Alright, hello guys, welcome to your weekly forecast. Today we're going to be talking about the 23rd, which is today, through the 30th. I accidentally said the 23rd. It's not really going to include the 23rd because it's 10:38 p.m. on the 23rd right now. Really, it's the 24th through the 30th, but it says the 23rd through the 30th, and I guess it covers that. But we're going to be looking at our temperature forecast first things first, and you can see there's an area of below average temperatures there from the Rockies all the way through down into the southwestern United States, Arizona, Nevada, and California getting in on some of those below average temperatures there. A little patch of above average temperatures there for Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. And then basically the entire eastern United States is above average, with most or well above average for the Gulf states, including Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, portions of Texas, and Arkansas, and Florida as well. Going to be included in some of those very above average temperatures. This is the last week I think will really look like this. Maybe we'll be in kind of a transition week after this one, but I think in 1 week from now we'll be talking about something very different from this picture right here, and it'll look a lot different. I think it's going to be a lot more average across the United States, with some patches of some below average and some patches of above average, but it won't be this extreme, I don't think, as far as the above average in the east goes at least. Now, let's talk about your precipitation forecast. We see a well above average precipitation in some of those areas where we had well above average temperatures as well. We're going to be talking about two low pressure systems that could bring a lot of rain for those areas. That's why we're looking at well above average precipitation. Now, below average or slightly below average precipitation there for California and New England. And there's also a little patch of above average precipitation for the Pacific Northwest, as we'll have a system moving through as well. And we're right about to talk about that in our special note portion of the video. Now, special note number one, you can see we're going to have a storm track all the way from the Pacific Northwest, and it's going to go down and dip down into the Four Corner states and then up through into the Great Lakes region, and then it's going to kind of pan over through Canada, and that's going to bring a lot of rain basically to all the pink areas I think are going to get affected by this in some way. It's going to be a very broad storm and going to affect many areas. Heavy rain for the Gulf states, even though the low pressure system is really far away. East Coast is going to be feeling this one, so it's going to be quite rainy. This is covered. This is basically the 23rd through the 30th. This is basically the entire time frame of this entire forecast video. This thing's going to be making its way along the United States. Now, for special note number two, right at the tail end, you can see in this blue area, we might have a storm developing. This is right at the tail end, so this is a maybe type thing. This is more like a 70% chance, whereas that other one we know we're going to have a low pressure system track across the United States. This is a little bit more of less confidence, but it's still pretty high confidence. We're going to have a low pressure system developing in the Gulf, and that's going to hit the Gulf states. Now, we're going to be getting heavy rain for Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and that's going to try to make its way northeast into the mid-Atlantic states. As of right now, it looks like it's not going to be too much of a snow producer, but the models have been going back and forth, and we might be looking at a snowstorm before you know it for areas like Northern Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Areas like that could very well be dealing with the snowstorm, and many other areas could also be dealing with the snowstorm. It's really going to depend on the track here, and that's why it's such a large area of blue, because it could really track anywhere in that area. It could track pretty far into New England as well. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this weekly forecast. I hope you guys find this quite useful, and I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Anyway, have a great week.